What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. Well, like I said, I'm not really worried about the weight. I'm worried about the skill level that they use during the fight.
After stepping into the ring with Terence Crawford, Roy Jones Jr. made it clear Crawford has the skill set to beat Canelo Alvarez. For Roy, the real question isn't about weight, it's about what happens when Canelo lands clean. If Crawford can take the punch, Roy says, then Canelo is in serious trouble.
Going factor, but if he goes out and boxes Bud, he's not going to beat Bud boxing. He's not. So, if Bud can take his punch, he's not going to box Bud. So it's like, it'll be.
If Crawford can't take the shot, Roy admits it's a different story, but he leans toward believing Crawford can. He studied Crawford's ability to time opponents, frustrate pressure fighters with movement, and close the show when he senses weakness. In Roy's eyes, weight only matters if Crawford is mentally or physically unprepared for the demands of moving up. But he sees a man already training with a blueprint to beat Canelo. Size, Roy insists, doesn't matter if the smaller fighter has the higher ring IQ, and that's exactly what he sees in Crawford.
Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong without showing that I am tough.
Roy isn't alone in analyzing the matchup. David Benavidez told Fight Hub TV he slightly favors Canelo, but only because of the weight difference. He called it a 60-40 fight and stressed that Crawford's skills can't be ignored. He's an amazing fighter, an amazing technician, Benavidez said, adding that while he respects Crawford's craft, the size factor is a hurdle that can't be dismissed.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Earl Spence, he showed what level he is on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah.
One man who's already beaten Canelo, Dimitri Bivol, doesn't think weight is the biggest issue. Speaking to The Ring magazine, Bivol said the key is mental readiness, not just adapting to the power. In his view, smaller opponents often lose to Canelo because they aren't mentally prepared for the challenge, not because of size. Bivol believes Crawford's calm demeanor, deep skill set, and ability to switch seamlessly between orthodox and southpaw could disrupt Canelo's timing. Coming from the man who handed Canelo his second career loss, that's high praise.
Now, what the media is reporting, and it's circulating, is that Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back.
Not everyone sides with Crawford. Welterweight contender Alexis Rocha told ES News he favors Canelo due to the natural size difference. There are weight classes for a reason, Rocha said. While acknowledging Crawford's reach, boxing IQ, and ability to hold his own, Rocha believes Canelo's experience at the elite level, especially against bigger opponents, will carry him to victory.
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power, because he's moving up to another level of weight.
I asked this because you did it with Margarito. You went to 54, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's so big, Margarito!" But your speed made the difference in that fight.
Another fighter who has sparred both men, Kareem Davis, shares that sentiment. Speaking to Mill City Boxing, Davis described Canelo as a big guy who's extremely hard to hurt. He doesn't believe Crawford can hurt Canelo with a single shot, maybe a cut or a body attack, but emphasized that it will take sustained work and perfect execution to win. Davis warned that Canelo's power isn't just about knockouts, it's the kind of strength that wears opponents down and disrupts their rhythm over time. In his words, nothing's impossible in boxing. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on Canelo.
You've been able to feel his power. Could any guy move up 3 divisions and fight a Canelo?
In the landscape right now, I don't think that there's a person that can move up 3 divisions, from 47. It would be Canelo, but I think divisions matter. I think that weight matters. I think what you walk around at matters. Canelo's a big guy, and he's not just big, he's dense. He's a powerful guy with boxing skill. I think that would have been, I've been telling people, it's going to be a tall task for Crawford to win.
Arislandi Lara knows firsthand what it's like to share the ring with Canelo Alvarez. In 2014, Lara lost a razor-thin split decision to him. Speaking recently, he said Crawford can win if he learns from others' mistakes. Lara admitted that he, like William Skull more recently, relied too heavily on pure movement and defense to outbox Canelo. That approach, he said, allowed Canelo to set the pace and land the heavier, eye-catching shots that swayed the judges. His advice for Crawford, keep moving, but make sure to punch.
It's not looking at them as a physical package, it's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. And it was good, it was a very good point. It was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford going to be like?
Lara warned against arm punches and an overly cautious defensive style. He believes Crawford's best shot is to blend footwork with steady offense, especially to the body. If Crawford fails to keep his offense consistent, Lara says, he risks falling into the same trap that cost him the win in 2014. He called it a true 50-50 fight, but emphasized one decisive factor: whether Crawford can stay aggressive without becoming reckless. The discussion has now grown into more than just a fight prediction. It's become a debate about the role of weight and power in modern boxing. Roy Jones Jr., drawing from his own career as a smaller man who beat heavyweights, argues that timing, ring IQ, and control can neutralize size when executed perfectly. These conversations have also stirred up old criticisms about Canelo's recent performances.
If it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good fight.
Some fans and analysts believe Canelo hasn't been the same since the loss to Dimitri Bivol. His last outing against William Skull left many underwhelmed: low output, predictable movement, and little of the explosiveness that once defined him. For Roy Jones, that perceived decline is exactly what makes now the perfect moment for Crawford. In Roy's eyes, Crawford is peaking mentally and physically and has the timing to flip the narrative.
What about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true, but you know what? There's always a way. Put it that, there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Still, no one's pretending it will be easy. Most agree Crawford can't afford to run or give away the early rounds. That's when Canelo builds rhythm and lays traps. Roy has warned that too much backpedaling will lead to Crawford getting cornered. Instead, he needs to frustrate Canelo early, land, move, and repeat with enough activity to ensure the judges take notice.
Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G.
That's what makes this matchup so intriguing. Both fighters have compelling cases. Crawford has the momentum, intelligence, and the endorsement of one of boxing's greatest technicians. Canelo has the size, power, experience, and a granite chin that's never truly failed him. Even fighters who've sparred with both can't agree on a clear favorite. That kind of uncertainty is rare in boxing, and it's what makes this fight so unpredictable.